Happy Thursday. The weekend almost feels like it's here to the point where I was confused and thought today was Friday. Unfortunately, I was disappointed when I realized it was still Thursday, but it's neither here nor there. But who is Clinton Rarey? Hope I'm saying his name right. Rarey? Either way, I saw this tweet this morning as I was waking up at work. Greetings. My name is Clinton Rarey, a combat veteran, husband, and worked in and business owner in the solar industry, now a career politician, running for City Hall District 1 to bring common sense back to the City Hall. Focusing on what is important: cost of living, safety, government accountability/transparency. Because clearly we don't have transparency. We really don't. Cost of living. Every election year we hear we need more affordable housing. Yet every year more and more people are being taxed out of their homes that they've lived in for 10, 20, 30 plus years. Property taxes just do not impact homeowners. That cost is also passed on to the renters. When it comes to building new single family homes, builders are seeing a 20% increase in construction costs due to delay in ATX permitting and inspection process. These delays impact builders as a cost of material are constantly changing due to supply issues and inflation. Creating a streamlined process for new construction in single family homes will dramatically help in reducing the cost of new builds, lower property taxes, balance budget, cut wasteful spending and redundancies, expedite new construction for single family homes by reducing the number of redundancies required to the build. For example, there are 14 environmental inspections required to build one new home in Austin. I did not know that. Cut it down to 3 inspections before, during, and after. Government transparency. Our politicians have forgotten that they work for us. Not the other way around. There should be no reason to withhold information, rush items through a vote to only find out many things suppressed that would affect it from passing. Open source budget. All funds must be tracked down to the dollar and how they are spent and available to the public. I'll say down to the every penny, but gotta start somewhere. All measures that the council votes on must be posted 60 days prior for public review. City Hall is required to schedule one town hall meeting a month for open comments, 5 to 10 minutes per person. Required a plan of action on each item that is being voted on, who originally proposed the item and who coordinated in drafting the proposal, how they come to the total of requested amounts of funds, how will it be implemented, quarterly after action report. If it fails to meet the expected outcome, how will it be changed, and or how the program due to failure, instead of continuing the fund failing programs. Like our housing the homeless program has pretty much failed. All digital public records are free. The city works for the people and not the other way around. Your tax dollars should not be fighting to suppress public record through ridiculous invoices saying they need to be charged for labor overhead and not explaining what the actual labor is being conducted. If need, B, make a job position that only works on the public records, sending those invoices for $43,063 is listed as labor overhead is unacceptable. I mean, I agree. If you're paying that much money, that needs to be a position that needs to be laid out, needs to be taxed, not an invoice. The request email of one of the city employee. All public records must have a digital backup in the public record database. Safety. If you live in Austin, Texas, you have either read or experienced or witnessed the increase of crime. Our current mayor, who is eagerly waits for the day that we no longer needs the police, will tell us the increase of crime is due to city growth. Now, our mayor is not wrong when it says that our city is growing and we should expect some increase of crime. But that's only half of the story, or even a quarter of the story. When our population is growing because of a homeless problem that they've invented, they don't tend to be the most sane people. They have some mental health issues and they tend to act out. Now, I'm not saying every new crime is because of homeless. There's also crimes of opportunity, and that's where this next one is the defund the police movement has drastically impacted the staffing numbers, which Austin PD, or within Austin PD. When you add the fact that our city officials continue to allow individuals with mental health and or drug addiction issues to camp on the streets, this creates an unsafe environment, not only for those who are homeless, but also for everyone else. There are 3 building blocks to decrease crime. Restaff Austin Police Department patrol units, narcotic divisions, detectives, and organized crime units. Make homelessness and panhandling illegal, and enforce the laws we have. I kind of disagree with this one right here. I think panhandling should be legal, but you must have a permit to do that. And you have to go file, do a little fee for the permit. That way that there's tax revenue coming in. That way you could have your brown Santa, your blue Santa. I think it's the red Santa, which is the fire department, police department, and sheriff department, where they do fundraising. I think Round Rock did that, or Wilson, Round Rock or Wilco County, that banned panhandling, which also made that those certain charitable activities were no longer allowed because they made it illegal. I say we should make it a permit where you either do it for like a day, a week, a month, and you have to go back every month and pay a small fee, like maybe $5, $10 per month. Something small but still impactful. If you don't have the permit, you get a warning. Second warning, you go to jail for about a week. On the third time, you have to leave Austin. You're not welcome. Or just stop doing that. So, this is where it goes. Being homeless is not a crime in itself, but the byproduct of the clustered homeless population with an addiction issue and mental health issue is a correlation with high crime and drugs on our street. It is a sad reality, but until we address the problem, we cannot fix the problem. Stating free housing for the homeless will fix the issue is 100% a lie, as majority have lost their homes due to addiction issues and or mental health issues resolved. This is a link to hoover.org. Like I said, it's a long-winded one. Kind of goes on and on and on and on and on. Living in the street is not only pose a risk to themselves, but also for the people around them. Using the Texas Uninsured Waiver Program, we can work with private inpatient rehab centers to help detox and or get them on a proper medication, which is, I guess, something that's happening in Houston. Next, we can work with local businesses that need staff to get them back into society, give them purpose. When you have purpose, everything works better when people have purpose. So I've been told. City housing assistance that will require weekly drug tests and weekly mandatory meetings with a social worker. Now that's a lot of resources that's going to be tied into this. Can they like have like a weekly meeting like Alcohol Anonymous where they kind of go in? Would that be part of the mandatory weekly meetings where they could have like one social worker and they have like a group meeting? For individuals who are homeless and travel to Austin, we will coordinate with the city you previously reside in and set you up with services to get back on your feet there. Uh, While I agree with this sentiment, I don't agree with the practicality of it. This will directly reduce the homeless population that shelters that can manage because building permanent new housing will not fix the issue of homelessness nor buying hotels at top dollar and only housing 20 to 80 homeless people. But rather than increasing the overall population, why would anyone work themselves out of a six-figure job by reducing homeless population to when you only need one homeless shelter? Help support the fight and save Austin. Now, the only thing I didn't like about this whole tweet is if you notice who can reply. People at Clinton Rarely mention can reply. That's right. Here, what's this quote retweet? That must be his personal Christina Rarely. Is that his wife? I think that is his wife. But this is his Twitter handler. Clinton Rarely for Austin District 1. Now I cannot vote in District 1. I think I'm in District 9 or 8 or one of them. Whatever Leslie Poole is in. Now this does give me reassurance that he is open for discussion because I could tweet on there. It's just his pinned tweet, which I cannot respond to, which I can see. The fact that it's his pinned tweet makes it a little bit more acceptable. Of course, this is his website, clintonray.com, for city councilor or council, can't speak, District 1 ATX. Overall, I mean, I kind of don't really like this being the first thing someone sees. So you got cost of living. Oh, it actually goes down. Cost of living pretty much says what he said in his Twitter. Let's see, was that really going back? No. Safety. That still doesn't go back. Want to go back. Go back. Safety, government transparency, just pretty much says everything. I mean, that is kind of a nice tattoo, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. So this is his tweets from his Twitter account about issues, volunteers. Take a look at his issues. That's just items, cost of living, government transparency, which we pretty much read on his Twitter account about. Yeah, I'm not going to read that. I might actually post his link in the video description down below. I don't know. It makes me gives me some hope that there's actual people out there that might help take Austin a little bit less progressive, a little bit less liberal, and more on the path of actually being for the people, not being some dictators like some mayors and council members are. If you're in Austin and you're in District 1, are you going to vote for this person? Let me know yes or no and why. With that being said, smash the like and subscribe button if you like this type of video. Not really a deep dive, but kind of a deep dive. But let me know if you like this by smashing the like and subscribe if you want. I'll probably do more candidates as they come across my radar. With that being said, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening. And don't forget to go outside and touch some grass. In the event that I don't do a video tomorrow, which is very likely, have yourself a wonderful weekend.